everyone and welcome to this video, which I am dubbing a miniature figure haul because all of the figures that I have to unbox today are very small. So we do have 3 Nendoroids and then 1 non-Nendoroid figure, which I know, shocking, I know. I am excited to get into it. Let's start off with the non-Nendoroid. So, this figure, genuinely, I don't think anyone knows it exists. I found it when I was looking for Alice in Wonderland themed figures. Now, this is a figure, I believe, of a Chinese VTuber. I didn't know anything about her. I believe she's just called like Virtual Idol or Virtual Singer. I will fact check on the screen. But they released this figure of her, which is obviously White Rabbit themed from Alice in Wonderland. And I basically have a little Alice in Wonderland section, but it has a slanted roof, and so there's a part where I can't put bigger figures, so I was looking for smaller things to put there, and I saw this, and I thought it would be a perfect kind of solution, I guess. So we're gonna have a look, because literally on my figure collection there's like single digits of people who have had this figure, so we will see. Inside we just have this giant block of foam. I have no idea how big this is going to be in relation to the box, but we will see. Now it looks like, okay, this is the lid here. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, interesting. This is a very interesting way to package a figure, but I don't mind it. So, okay, I guess we'll take... okay, there she is. Again, I know absolutely nothing about this VTuber slash character slash whatever or whoever she is. I just think she is super cute. So, here she is. Now obviously this was a very cheap figure. It was also discounted because, as I said, I don't think anyone knows this figure exists. But if we have a look, it's very, very cute. Obviously there's basically no shading on it whatsoever. It is just the design of the figure, but I do not mind that. Okay, let's get the rest of her, and then we can see. I will say, I feel like I have to be very careful of her. It feels like she could easily break. But like, it's not badly made or anything, it's just the material, I guess, the way it feels. Okay, here we have the base. On the base we just have this gold frame on top of a plate and then these little playing cards. It's kind of giving a case study of Vanitas with the gold frame. But once again, it is basically just the details. There's absolutely no shading. But we will see when it all comes together. I do like the engraving around the frame. I think that looks nice. The cards do look a little bit like they almost look like fondant. I don't know if anyone can see what I mean, but look, it is also like, as you can see, it's got this stand, so it will be like slanted when it is placed on. And what else do we have here? Okay, so we just have a little a little teapot, and then the bunny is. How do you go in the base? So yeah, so she does just have this little like plastic peg here, and oh no, not like that. Yes, okay. She is in. Nice. Okay. It was a bit awkward like trying to get her to fit like through the frame. It is just like a little plastic peg, and it's weird because she's like wobbly, but I don't think she's just gonna come out. I just think it's the peg not quite fitting correctly. Oh, but she does look super cute in there. Okay, let's give her her accessories. So we do have the teapot. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my god. Okay. I love her. She looks adorable. So yes, as I already like noted, there is non-existent shading. There isn't a single part of shading on here. She isn't like particularly well made. Like it very much feels quite cheap. But from a distance, I really like how it all comes together. I really like the dynamicness of her coming through the painting, and just all of the elements. As I said, I got her very cheap and discounted, so I'm not at all complaining about her quality. She feels, it does look a little bit like an Nendoroid, except it's got all of these extra pieces, and obviously it's a set pose, and actually has some like dynamicness because of the dress. But yeah, I think she came out super, super cute. So I would definitely recommend her for the price. But obviously, if you don't care for this type of stuff, then I wouldn't recommend her. Yeah, she's so cute though. Yeah, she looks really cute from a distance. Yeah, and honestly, you could totally like use some like a makeup and stuff to add some shading if you really, really wanted to, if it really bothered you. It doesn't bother me that much, but you could easily do that. So yes, that was our first figure. Yay! Oh, she is super cute though. Okay, let's put her to the side. Now that we have our first figure, we're going to move on to the Nendoroids. Now I have 3 Nendoroids to do, and 2 are kind of related to each other, so I guess we'll do the one that is unrelated. Okay, and this is a very exciting Nendoroid for me. I am literally so excited for this. I have Toma from Amnesia, which if you didn't know is a visual novel, and then it also got an anime adaptation, and the anime adaptation was my first anime I ever watched, which I don't know what that says about me, but that is the first anime I ever watched. It's the thing that got me into all of this, and at the time, this is going to be incredibly concerning to people who have watched the anime. At the time, this character was my favourite. Now, this character is very infamous for a very certain reason. Me and my friend have a inside joke of calling him Cage Boy, which I feel like a lot of people do. And yeah, what we're gonna say is this is a judgment-free zone. This is a very, precious memory to me of how I started my anime journey, and also, as I said, a inside joke between a friend. But I'm just so excited about this. I didn't actually pre-order him, and I regretted it so much, and literally every day since he came out I was checking Yummy to see if they had any leftover stock, and the moment there was, I ordered it, and then he went out of stock like almost immediately after, so I'm so happy I was able to nab him. But yes, so here we have Toma. I don't plan on getting any of the other characters. This is the only character I will be getting. But yeah, as I said, this was my first anime, so I do actually own the Blu-ray for it as well. But yeah, Amnesia isn't an anime that I would recommend to anyone. Obviously, it is originally a visual novel, which I still have yet to play. I own the game, and I really, really need to play it. He is supposed to come with something, and I'm trying to figure out where it is. Oh, it's on the back. Okay, so inside we've got the normal, like, yellow inside. But on the back, we have the PNG image of the cage from the game. Which I'm like, there had to be a better way to do this. Like, they literally just, like, printed out the image, which I think is hilarious. Like, they did not want to give the effort. But, it is what it is. Okay, so let's look at Toma himself. Oh, the handcuffs have come out a little bit. Yeah, I would just like to say that, I'm pretty sure they own, because when I watched this, I was like, I want to say I was like 12 or 13. The only reason I liked him the most was because he was yellow, and yellow is my favourite colour. And then I do also feel like this started my, interest, shall we say, in, yandere characters. And then I've also am a sucker for childhood friends, and I guess he applies to that. Oh my god, his hair is so pointy, it actually hurts. Like, why is it so pointy? Oh my god. Like, it's actually like stabbing into me. Bro, you did not need all this. I do love how his default pose as well has his like hand in his pocket. Ow, oh my god, jeez. Why is your hair so painful? I genuinely can't tell if you guys can tell how spiky his hair is, but it is genuinely like so hard to hold him because everything is just like poking. Bro, you have so many layers. Do you really need this many layers? I will say, to this day, I think the outfits Amnesia are like so funny but so iconic. If you ever want to see an insane amount of like belt buckles and zips on things, highly recommend checking out the character designs for all of the rest of the characters. Okay. He is free from his plastic jail. So this is the default pose that he comes in. Pretty casual. As I said, he's got his hand in the pocket. But yeah, I mean, it's a Nendoroid. Nendoroids, very rarely miss in terms of, like, I feel like they've only gotten better in capturing the characters that they're trying to portray. So yeah, I mean, on point, very yellow, as expected. Okay, so let's look at what he comes with. Oh, they've started wrapping the faceplates. Interesting. Okay, so we have an angry faceplate. We also have a smiling faceplate. And then we have the accessories. So he doesn't actually come with too much, which I think is insane, considering I think he's one of the pricier Nendoroids. But he does come with a set of handcuffs, of course. Which, not gonna lie, these are actually like pretty nice. He also comes with a diamond playing card. We obviously have some other arms. I do find it interesting that he can't have this arm stretch out like this one. Like, it's impossible because of the sleeve design. So he either has to have it in a pocket or like holding out somehow. So interesting choice. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't come with much compared to a normal Nendoroid, to be honest, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Anyway, I have a very specific plan for him. Now, I don't know how I wanted to pose him, so I will figure that out after this video, but I have very kindly prepared something for him, which is this little cage. Now I gave him a nice little pillow, so we're just gonna very kindly just again, I don't know how I'm actually going to pose him in there, but for now I feel like this is good. So we're gonna leave him in there for now. We'll figure out the exact poses later, and for now we'll put everything away. But yes, that was Toma from Amnesia. Yeah. My notes are his hair, incredibly spiky. Sadly does not come with many accessories or just like extra parts, which I think is kind of weird. Like, surely the PNG cage cannot have done that much. Like, there's no reason. I don't know why you would pick this up if you weren't a fan of the series, but if you weren't a fan of the series, this is honestly not a great Nendoroid in terms of just like accessories. Obviously the actual quality of it is great. Yeah, that was Toma from Amnesia. Let's move on to the last two Nendoroids that I have for this video. So I do have Kaoru and Hikaru from Oran High School Hiss Club, and I'm so excited to be adding them to the collection. Now, I am a little concerned they're not going to make Honey and Mori because they have not been announced yet. So I really hope they get announced soon, so then we can have the whole host club. But for now, we are adding the twins to the members. Now, I am going to open them one at a time just because I'm scared of like getting their stuff mixed up. So I guess since Hikaru is 2424, we will do Hikaru first. Here we have Hikaru. I do think it's sad that they didn't do some kind of like black hair plate, just to have like a manga reference. However, I understand that they already had like the pink one, so it'd be kind of insane if you had 3 different hair colour options, I guess. But it would have been nice if you could have done that as an option. Okay, so Hikaru is 3. Now, some things I noticed when I was taking off the plastic. First of all, hair not as spiky. Very, very nice to touch. Does not hurt me. But it also feels different, and I'm not sure if it was done differently, but like it has a different feel to any other like hair I felt on an Nendoroid, which again, I'm not saying is necessarily a bad thing. It was just like interesting to note. Now, I'm not sure if it's just because this part is smoother in general compared to like some of the others that have more defined. I'm trying to remember if like Haruhi's felt like this, but I wasn't, you know, exactly doing this when I unboxed Haruhi, so I cannot remember. But again, it wasn't necessarily a bad thing, it was just something that I noticed when I opened it. And yeah, so obviously this is his default pose. And then we have the kind of blank-eyed expression, which is probably the one I'm going to use at the moment. And then we do have the pink flamingo angry face, which, not gonna lie, does look amazing, and it did make me consider if I wanted to do this one instead, but for now I think I am going to do the blank face. Then we have the little flailing arms, and so on. Now, this one I am going to pose right now, but I am excited to have them. Now, I do think, in terms of, like, on a scale of my Nendoroids, both of these, like, obviously I haven't opened Carrie yet, but both of these are probably lower on my likability for Nendoroids. I don't know if that makes sense. But basically, like, there's certain Nendoroids that I open it and I'm just like, instantly, I know that this isn't a good Nendoroid. These ones are more, I've gotten them because I like the characters so much, but in terms of, like, how I feel about them, I'm just like, I don't have really any strong opinions. They just kind of exist. I do think that has continued while I am opening them. Again, I don't know if I'm making any sense. I will say this is very cute without the faceplate. I probably should have done the faceplate first. Let's try and get this off now. Hopefully this should be really simple to pose. If I can get the hair plate off, thank you. The face is in. Oh my god. Ah, okay, wait. I take it back. I love this Nendoroid. It's so good. Okay, wait. For now, we do have the Hikari Nendoroid. Again, standard Nendoroid. I still do think that compared to some of the other Nendoroids that I have, especially other ones from Orange Rouge, because I do have quite a lot from Orange Rouge, this is lower on my list in terms of my favourites. However, I do absolutely adore On a High School Host Club, and I do think it does capture Hikari quite well. So, that is Hikari. It is time for Karu. It is time to complete the duo. But, oh my god, I'm so excited. So Karu is actually my favourite character from Orange High School Host Club, so I am very excited to have something for him specifically. I do think there was a way that they could have done these two as a set, but you know, it is what it is. It also bugs me that, like, Hikaru's is 2424, but his is 2425. I don't know why that bugs me, but it does bug me. Although 25 is a lucky number for me, so maybe I am glad it's 2425. Oh my god, that face is so cute. Wait a second. Sorry, this was the first thing I had to open. Look how cute it is. Oh my god. I'm not using this faceplate, but, like, wow, does it make me want to. Oh, that faceplate is actually so cute. But of course we have the blue hair. And then, I guess we actually get Kaoru out. Shockingly, he looks very similar to Hikaru. Almost like they may have used the same model, or, you know. He does obviously have a different standard faceplate, which I'm not gonna lie, not the biggest fan of. I do think it's weird that he just, like, permanently has his mouth open, but you know, it is what it is. I guess if you really wanted to, you could probably take Hikaru's faceplate and use it on Kaoru and vice versa. So that is an option. Not going to do that, but you could. But other than that, exact same. Just the other way around with the hair. Yeah, it's the same. What can I tell you? I will say, I do think the funniest thing about if they were to do Honey and Mori is the fact that Honey and Mori would be the same size. I will also show, because for Hikaru's he only had, like, arms and stuff, but we do have the curse doll for Kaoru. So that is a fun little accessory that you can use. I guess that is their kind of, like, big iconic moment from the anime, so I understand why they've decided to reference it in the Nendoroid. But yeah, as I said, it would have been really nice to get a black hair plate for Hikaru. It's funny because I do actually consider myself more of a fan of the anime than the manga, but it's the manga that made me like Kaoru specifically so much. So, like, I do recommend reading the manga, but I still, like, I've watched the anime more times than I've read the manga. Does that make sense? Oh my god, that was so hard to get his face put out. Kind of looks like he's, like, singing at the moment, like. Wait, that's so funny. I do understand why people play with Nendoroids. I don't have the patience to play with Nendoroids, but, like, I get it. I get it if you do. Oh, I can't get over how cute this faceplate is, though. I might need to change it to that one eventually. Can I just say, I think those were the simplest Nendoroids I've ever set up, ever. Like, that was so easy. Thank you so much, Hikaru and Kaoru. I appreciate you too. Okay, so that, so in the images they have them, we have Hickory this side, Cowley this side. I'm gonna have to be so careful not to like get them confused because there's like literally no way to identify them other than their like hair, which I guess is a big factor, but like I can't mix up my children. So yeah, so they have them posed like this way around, whereas I don't know which way I'm gonna pose them. But anyway, here we have on this side Cowley, this side Hickory, yes, and they look super cute together, and I'm so happy to have them and have more of the host club complete. But yes, so that was it for this miniature figure haul. So we do have a nice selection of figures. I guess I will show a like side by side of what this figure is size wise to an Nendoroid. So it's actually slightly smaller, very slightly smaller than an Nendoroid if you take away obviously all the other stuff. But yeah, super cute. I am very happy with this little miniature figure haul that I have here today. This is not centered whatsoever, but I really hope you enjoyed watching. I very much enjoyed unboxing, which is shocking for an Nendoroid video, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!